Hey everyone, welcome to Pennsylvania Bigfoot Structures. So I'm here in my beautiful state of Pennsylvania. So I've been away for a little bit. I busted out my back. I went into the Atlantic Ocean down by Virginia, and so that took me out for a little bit. And then, but I have a lot of exciting news to share. I also wanted to give just a really wonderful special shout out to my first two subscribers, and especially the first one. You know who you are, and I appreciate it so much. It really means a lot. It was so exciting to see to somebody actually subscribe. It was amazing. So thank you so much for liking the channel and just really just liking the videos and everything. And so a special shout out to number one and number two out there. And so thank you so much. So there's really been a lot of exciting news. The first one is hopefully I'm going to a better video system. I've been on this iPad because I during winter for Christmas I broke my camcorder I bought for myself, and so I've been filming on this. And I have a basic phone, and they're making me upgrade to a 4G. So hopefully I'll be getting a used iPhone, and that looks like it has a stabilizer on the camera. So that's really exciting there. And then on this video, I really wanted to share this structure that I saw last November. And this one blew my mind away, and for a couple reasons. The first is how massive it is, and the second reason is that I feel like this is a lot to say this, but honestly, I think that this was made last year. And I'll show you a picture that I have on my phone, and unfortunately, I don't have a better shot of it. But I don't know what I had on me that day, because I don't think I had it. I would have put it on the iPad, and it was just on my phone. So I just have to show a picture of what this looked like last year in the snow when I found it. And so yeah, and this was last October or November, and that log right there, that was not like that last year. That was it was resting on that big log. And I came in here today. I haven't been here probably in a good couple months. And the last time I saw this, that was leaning against that big trunk right there. And that's new. And I'll show you how that's placed. It's like sitting on there now. So yeah, I'll get to that and share that, but just wanted to share this one. And I think I got up here just roaming. I wasn't looking. Wait a minute. I'm always looking for something. I can't tell you how I got up here last year, but this, when I saw this, I was like, this is a structure. And then I'll be like chalking myself out of it, of course. So this is possible that this was nature. All right, so lots to share. All right, so the first thing I wanted to share about this is I think that this has no root. This came from someplace. This big one right there, that came from someplace. And the reason for that, I think, is because a lot of time, even though, well, there's an example right there. Even though the trunk is gone, and that could even maybe have been this tree, but see how the stump is still there, right? Even though a tree is rotted, there's some remain of the trunk someplace, either the whole or the leftover parts of a tree. And when you look at the end of this, there's no hole here, and there's no hole, and there's no remnants of the trunk, and it almost kind of could. Nah, not really. Never mind. I was gonna say it looks like a live edge, or not a live edge, but yeah, an edge. but I can see it's natural. So that's the first part there, and this tree was that's the first one, and so that's the first part. That I feel like this came from someplace, and then the second part is, to me it looks like all that stuff in there is just jammed, and of course, you know, it falling, it could definitely do that and jam itself in there. So that's what struck me when I was looking at this stuff. That was the first thing that showed my attention. All right, so I want to show. So there's the girth on this thing. This is massive. All right, so so here's. To me, this looks like it has so much force. Look at that. It's just boom, and then something else put that in there. And there's so much deadfall here. Let's say somebody put this together. This would really take a lot of effort. I'm always having to walk slow through this forest here. So it would really take a lot of hands to get this together here. If this is some kind of hoax, or just something with people wanting to do this. But look at the force on that. I mean, something like just jammed that in there. And of course, nature obviously could do that. But the fact that that has no life, that has it, to me, it looks like that came in from someplace. So yeah, this could have fallen naturally. You know, it just looks like, to me, it just looks like this. That's what struck me when I first saw this, is how jammed it is. And that part too up there. I mean, this thing is monstrous. It's so big. All right, so here's another angle here. And then that big one, that is that log down there. And you can see that too. It's just like, it looks like it's just been jammed. It's even a little bent. There's the little bend there. I couldn't believe this when I saw this last year. It looks like I've never seen anything like this. And yeah, this part is, I know I've said that 3,000 times. That's really what got me here, is it just looks like it's just jammed in that tree right there. So with this one down there, it is possible that was nature. And then, because that's rooted, the tree is off it's, something happened to it, and it is, the hole is there on that one. So this is possible that this could be nature. It has enough clearance in there to get through, and maybe its own force bent it, you know. So that's always a possibility. yeah, so there's this, and what I wanted to show is, okay, so I wanted to get over here. Yeah, okay, so this log here this year, maybe like April or so, this is part of that was leaning against this. And now that I think about it, that is a typical um, Bigfoot. He likes to do that. He likes to put like a log, and it's just like, do you ever see that? Like, he'll put this and he'll just like rest it. It's just like a leaning log against another log. And so this is now broke. It's broke now. And not only is it broke, but let's say I just don't think that this is natural here. And when this broke, let's say this broke, right? That it's rotted enough that it can just naturally break. And I'm even looking at this now. Well, this could be, it doesn't even look like the same color. Doesn't even look like the same color now. I just think that something put this there. I mean, how does a tree find itself like that? I'm looking at the top here to try and see if that branch came from someplace. If this branch came from someplace, it has so much clearance over here that, I mean, it just happened to fall like that. Of course, that's a possibility. But look at how perfect that is. It's just resting over there. If this fell from the top, this should be on the ground. And if it hit that, it would bounce somehow. But it's like it just stopped itself again. Like gravity takes over. And it has like a superpower, and it's able to stop itself. Yeah, so I want to show the end here. See how that's resting? I think. I don't know. I think I make a good case, I do. I think I make a good case when I'm out here. I guess I want it to be one that. No, that's why I do it, because I do want it to be one. So I kind of try to rule out, try to like bring logic to it. And yeah, because I don't even think I did think that was part of that. I do think it is part of it. It's just a different color. Because this was leaning against that. And so I've been watching a lot of videos. Yeah, just been watching a lot of videos, trying to just see what's out there, what people are posting. And so that is definitely a characteristic when this was here, that would be something that he would do. He would just put like a random log resting on something. And this is so geometrical, and everything is kind of, put together, and there's nothing around. Let me come back here and kind of show that the coincidence of that being put together like that by nature, that those logs found themselves the way they do, the way they are there. Because as you can see, it looks like those trees are close, because of depth perception. But those trees in the back, there's a lot of room. They're way back there, a good like 10 feet away from this main structure here. And, you know, that's why I say, like, it just has so much geometry to it. And the way the trees have fallen together, if these were nature, they could have fell anywhere. It just has so much clearance for these trees to go someplace. But then again, yeah, if they fell, you know, in the direction of a straight line, I can see that happening. But I'm more inclined to think this is not nature, right? You want it to be something. Yeah. And the other part of this is that the road is over there. I'm probably less than a mile away. I'm in the park still, and I'm about less than a half mile. So the parking lot is down there. And so there is a trail. I'm about 10, 15 miles away from Maryland. And the trail to the West Antietam branch of the, or West branch of the Antietam is just down there. And people go on their bike there. You can walk. It's not a very long trail, and but it's beautiful when the Antietam has water. So that's the perspective there. So that's where people are going to be. And this is not where people are up here. This is all woods back here. The Appalachian Trail is someplace over there. So this is all woods back here. There's not going to be anybody over here. And I could see why this could be a structure, because maybe this is saying, you know, this is a signpost again for people being this way. I could totally see that. Yeah. So, yeah, and that one, I like, it's crazy because I honestly think that's like, this is new. And I don't think that's natural over there. Look at, and if that fell, it would like it would hit that and then just fall. All right, so there's that part about the structure. The other part I wanted to share is that, so there's a lot that about this structure. To me, I think if this is something, this was made last, when the first time I saw it, that I think that it had been made recently. And like, of course you don't want to say that, because then you imply there's a Bigfoot in the area. But I tell you what, I came, right, and that, I'm gonna go down there, the log, this main log here, the one that I have the camera on right now, there was a shadow underneath that log. And it, like, you know, and it was snowing, it had been snowing, and you know when you see a log and you pick something up off the ground and the shadow is there, you know, where it had been on the ground, and snow had fallen around it. And I came back a month later and it was snowing and it was covered underneath that log. Yeah, I mean, I shouldn't be saying stuff like that because I just don't know, but I mean, like, we've all lifted something up off the ground, and when it was resting on someplace, and you lift it up and it has, you can see where it was laying, and that's what happened here. All right, so I have a picture of this on my phone, and I have a smart, or a 3G phone, so it's still, I don't have a better picture of it. And I can't remember how I got out here, but I didn't have my iPod because I don't have a picture of this picture on the iPod. And so I'm just going to share with you this picture. All right, so there's that's the shot last year of when I came. That's what this log looked like. I hope you can see that. The angle, there's the log right here, right now. And that's the log when I came here last year. So you can see like the shadow of where the log had been laying. It's such a horrible picture. I wish I had some. There's a good shot right there. Yeah, so that's what makes me think that this was something new last year. And yeah, so I think that's pretty cool. I don't see anything on the ground here. So there's another shot. So I want to share a couple of little things that I see around here. And this one really caught my attention today. So I have walked back over there. I don't know if there's anything new today back there, but yeah, I have walked back there last year. During the winter is better because of the ground. There's nothing on the ground, but I didn't see anything there last year. So that's definitely on my list this year to go back in there. So I spotted this just today. Now you look at this and you're like, oh, that's nothing, right? You're just walking and you're like, oh, that's just a tree leaning. But then as you get closer over here, how did that get in there? Like if that tree just fell naturally, how did that get jammed in there? I'm giving it a good whack. Yeah, there's no way that could have done that. I just broke the tip off. Yeah, so that was not good. I actually broke off the little spot in there that was holding it in place. But so that's not good on my part. But that was jammed in there. Yeah. All right. All right. So there was something else over here that I wanted to share. All right. So there's another little right angle over here. All right. So there's another little angle over here. I'm going to show another shot of our massive structure here. That's just so cool. All right, so there's that big log there. All right, so this little right angle over here. This is another one. It's got so much geometry to it. Look at that. I would think something of this even if I hadn't seen the big structure over there. There's the end. It's got so much clearance to fall. And then it's just jammed. Once again, it's like pushed down. I think it's just a woodpecker. All right. All right, so I hope you've enjoyed this video here of this massive structure. There you can see it. This is another little something right here, I think. This is not so much as the one I just showed, but they always seem to find itself resting, you know? Like there's so much intention here, I feel like. So there it is again. It just found itself. Yeah. So there's that. And here's a natural. This is definitely natural. Wanted to share this. See how that's just broke. And when you see the natural fall, they still almost look like they have movement to them. So it's sitting right by where it broke. And it's not resting on itself like this one over here. Like, how does that even do that by itself? Depth perception looks like it's resting on that, but it's not. It's just the tip is resting on there. I think during the winter I'm gonna come back and like put some peanut butter, um, and put some peanut butter like when the weather gets colder, and it'll be able to get preserved. And maybe like, I don't know if you've ever heard the Sierra sounds with Ron Moorhead, and like I gotta get that book. He was talking about that when they were out there, they left the Bigfoots some meat, and the meat was going bad, and they said they didn't like that too much. It was really funny. That was last year at the Smoky Mountain Conference, and that was amazing. Just seeing him in person, and all the all the stories and everything, and it was really interesting. But it was pretty cool because he was super nice too. Like, I mean, so nice. Just incredibly nice person. And so they were all signing things, and he had no airs at all. He was a really nice guy. All right, so yeah, so this is the big structure I wanted to share. And I'm just sorry I haven't got out to here sooner. But just seeing that new little stick out there, I don't know, people, but I just feel like there is a Bigfoot. I just feel like there's one out here. Yeah, I don't know. And the other reason I feel like that there's somebody is on the other side of I've seen some brand new arches, and now I'm like, did I miss that? Or like, has that been there? Or did I just miss it? But yeah, so I wanted to share that. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to be sharing some more info about the Smoky Mountain conference that I went to. And so I'm going to go ahead down to the other structure that I found. Um, and what was cool about that is one of the ladies at the Smoky Mountain conference this year, they had some pictures, and they were more like footcasters, and but they had some pictures, and it was really cool because one of her pictures, I seen the structure down this other structure on the other side of the forest, and I was like, this looks like something to me. And she actually had a picture of kind of the same uh, the kind of the same way the wood was bent. I was like, oh my god. And I was telling her about it, and not only that, but her photos were taken in that famous Salt Lake Fork State Park over in Ohio, and that is like the famous area in Ohio for these structures. Like, they know there's Bigfoots there. So I was like, oh my god, I was just so excited about, because when you're looking at stuff, you're just like, is this something? And to me, this looks so out of place. It's gigantic. I mean, it's so big, and just like having, that's why I like to watch videos and stuff, and other people, and you know, and they'll show you like, yeah, this could be something, and just seeing her picture, and the fact that it's out, the same kind of thing is out in Ohio, where they know the Bigfoots are out in that park. I was just like, yeah, that was so cool. And that's why I like to go to the conferences, because it's only my second year, but because you just learn so much, you know. Like, I'm just watching the shows like the Finding Bigfoot and Expedition Bigfoot. So I'm gonna stop this video because this battery is getting drained, and I'm trying to keep these short and succinct. So yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed this video. A shout out to my two subscribers. That's so amazing. It made my day. Thank you so much again. And thanks again for watching.